Hey guys, I'm back with another video. If you haven't noticed yet, I've been diving into the TBC PTR, questing as a warrior, looking around. Again, I will not be dropping weapon guides, dungeon guides, previous guides, anything like that until later into probably pre-patch because I thought the pre-patch date was coming a little bit earlier. It's not. So realistically, we wouldn't even see TBC till like mid-February. Anyways, if you haven't been paying attention, the TBC PTR is kind of a mess right now. You can't copy characters on the EU servers. You cannot copy your hardcore characters. So right now I am using a template that they give you. And in that template, they give you T1 gear, which is not really comparable to what people are going to be coming into TBC with anyways. So overall, the TBC, there's a lot of bugs, a lot of questing bugs. As you can see, when I use trinkets and things like that, it comes with a black square around it. A lot of add-ons aren't working. Questy barely works. There's a lot of things going wrong. However, I want to talk about one thing that a lot of content creators, if not any content creators, have been talking about. The one good thing that is coming with this TBC. And it is the bag for the heroic keys. Now, if you haven't seen yet, on that blue post when it comes talking about TBC and some of the changes that are coming, they suggested that you will only need to get revered for your very first character for those heroic keys, and then you can buy a bag to send those heroic keys to your alts. That is a massive change. That, number one, doesn't really change anything about the game. Number two, very alt friendly. The first couple of phases of TBC are not very alt friendly, and I feel like that's kind of when some of these players get burnt out, is when they realize they have to level a whole nother tune and then level that all the way to revered again to get the heroic keys. Because by phase 1, phase 2, even phase 3, some of the heroic dungeons, if not most of the heroic dungeons, and the gear that comes with the badges that you get, which is a currency, the badges of justice, a lot of that gear is still really good and usable and doesn't really phase out until you hit Black Temple or phase 4. So with this change, again, let me reiterate, you only need to get revered on your first character to get those heroic keys like normal, and then you can purchase a bag to send those heroic keys to your alts. Your alts only need friendly reputation. So as you can see, I've done maybe 50% of the quests in Thrallmar, and on this tune, I am basically already honored. I've put in no work. I've done in 1 ramparts. So for them to be able to do that and to give people a way to get heroics in quicker with less of a grind is very alt friendly, but it also helps a lot of new players. I don't think a lot of new players coming into this game right now understand how much of a grind TBC is compared to WoW Classic. And a lot of the end game consumable farms and raiding farms for Classic are very grindy. TBC is probably even more, I would say. But they cut a lot of that, I'd say, by like 25 to 35% by making this a little more alt-friendly. Now, what I'm talking about, again, is if you go to a quartermaster, for people that have never seen this before, if you go, and there's the Flame Rock key, requires Thrallmar Revered. Those are the keys that you need to get into the heroic dungeons. However, if you look right to the right here, there is the Communal Flame Rot pouch. Contains a Bind of BattleNet account key that unlocks heroic difficulty for Hellfire Citadel dungeons. This key can only be used by characters who have reached friendly with Thrallmar. So again, exactly what I said. Sorry, excuse me. You get the key originally on your first tune with Revered. So your first tune, regardless, there is no way escaping it. It is going to be a grind. You need Revered with all of the reps to get all those heroic keys to start that really grindy pre-biz farm. Now, once you hit friendly on an alt, you can give them this bag, and that will allow you to get into heroic dungeons a lot faster on alts. This allows the game, again, to be a lot more alt-friendly. This allows this game to be a lot more new player-friendly. And let's be honest, we can sit here and say, no changes and things like that. But one thing Blizzard has done really well recently is get new players into the game. Whether you can credit the OnlyFans stuff for that, you can credit a lot of the Anniversary Realm stuff that has come with that, regardless. And shout out to a lot of the content creators too. A lot of these people have brought in new players into the game. I know from my videos alone, I see a lot of players that are new tanks or new warriors in general and just want to learn the game, and I think that's awesome. Again, this is a minor change that does not affect anything, but helps tremendously for a lot of different players. It doesn't matter if you're a sweaty player who wants to get ults really quick, or if you're a new player who wants to try multiple tunes, but you also want to try to get into those heroic dungeons a little bit easier. Again, this is a great change. I know the TBC PTR is an absolute mess right now. I'm not really happy about it. I know you're probably not happy about it, but I am happy to see that they came through with one of the changes that they've already been talking about, and they've already implemented it into the game. Again, the flame route pouch that allows you to send your heroic keys to another tune, and they only need friendly. Again, I have barely spent any time on this tune. I am level 61, and I am already honored with Thrallmar. I've done 1 Ramparts. I haven't even done Blood Furnace yet. So again, getting friendly reputation is not hard. This is a great move by Blizzard. Again, I'm going to keep continuing to play the TBC PTR, see what we can find, see what they could fix. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys another time.